Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to Soul Level Presence from the Ethers. I'm your host, Eli Matthews, and I'm excited to delve into the captivating topic of the dangers of false perceptions with all of you today. If you've ever felt invisible, gaslit, or like the black sheep of your family, especially during emergency situations, welcome home. We're going to address these complex and sometimes overlooked issues in a way that's relatable and comforting. So, grab your favorite drink, find a cozy spot, and let's journey together into the depths of false perceptions. I promise it'll be an enlightening ride. There was a time in my life when everything looked fine on the outside, but inside, I was breaking. Hell, I was broken. Betrayed by family, gaslit by people who claimed to love me, carrying the emotional weight for everyone else, being everyone's anchor while silently drowning. You learn to smile through pain. You learn to function with a fractured soul. And you start to wonder if maybe you're the problem. Until one day you wake up and realize it's not you. It's the storm you've been surviving. I've been there, and I made it out. And now I help others do the same, not with fluff, but with fire. False perceptions are the illusions we're sold about people, healing, family, and even ourselves. They're the masks dysfunction wears to look acceptable, the quiet, manipulative lies that sound like love but feel like poison. It's when chaos is swept under the rug and you're expected to pretend you don't feel the bumps. It's when they say things like, "I'm better now," but your gut still clenches. It's all in the past, but they've never apologized. You're too sensitive, but you're just finally speaking up. Or better yet, suddenly they act as though nothing ever happened. False perceptions are not harmless misunderstandings. They are tools of control, designed to make you doubt your memory, question your emotions, and silence your truth. It's spiritual and psychological warfare that hides in everyday life. And here's the real danger. The longer you live under those illusions, the more disconnected you become from yourself. You start editing your reactions, shrinking your instincts. You begin to believe maybe you are the problem. But you're not. You're just the one who sees clearly in a world that's built on pretending. You ever feel like you're the only one at the table who remembers what actually happened? That's not madness. That's awareness. And it's sacred. Illusions aren't always innocent. Sometimes they're engineered, crafted like camouflage, not to protect you, but to protect the people causing harm. And they're not always obvious. They come wrapped in smiles, coated in religion, hidden in "I'm just trying to help." You've seen it. The narcissist who plays victim the moment you call them out. The abuser who suddenly acts kind, not out of remorse, but to keep the cycle spinning. The family who rewrites history and hands you the villain script because you dared to speak the truth. And society? Society rewards the mask. It celebrates the performance. It claps for the ones who pretend and punishes the ones who remember. And over time, those illusions become internalized. You stop trusting yourself. You second-guess your feelings. You shrink in the presence of people who should have protected you. You silence yourself, not because you're weak, but because you've been trained to survive that way. And that's not just damage. That's theft. A theft of your intuition, your power, your voice. But that's why you're here now, because you felt it. The glitch in the matrix. The moment something doesn't sit right, even if everyone around you is clapping. You're the one who feels the lie under the surface. That's not paranoia. That's perception. This isn't just about healing. This is about vision, reclaiming the sight that's always been yours, breaking the spell without apology, and owning your truth even when it makes people squirm. Because if they're uncomfortable, that's confirmation. You're finally speaking clearly in a world that thrives on whispers. There's this feeling, and unless you've lived it, it's hard to explain. It's the ache of being the only one in a room full of masks. Everyone else is nodding, smiling, pretending, and there you are, holding the truth like a loaded weapon you didn't ask for. You're not trying to cause a scene, you're just trying to survive without betraying yourself. But in a world addicted to denial, truth feels like violence. You start to isolate, not because you're weak, but because it's the only way to preserve your sanity. The only way to stop questioning what you know you saw, felt, heard. You become the villain in their play because you refuse to say your lines. And it hurts. It hurts when no one gets it. When you cry in silence while they toast to peace built on your silence. When they keep telling you to let it go, but you're the only one who ever held it. It's not just frustrating, it's soul-wounding. That kind of emotional tension, it drains you, it bends your spine, it leaves you doubting the only thing that ever protected you, your gut. But here's the truth they'll never say out loud. You're not the problem. You're the mirror. And some people would rather smash the mirror than face what it shows. Being the truth teller is painful, yes, but it's also your proof that you haven't surrendered to the fog. You haven't numbed out. You haven't played dead. You're still you. And that's rare. That's powerful. That's sacred. So if you're carrying the weight of being awake in a world that wants you asleep, just know you're not alone. You're not broken. You're part of a quiet revolution, and we see you. Let me be real with you. I've lived through things most people only read about in books or try to avoid in movies. I've watched family members deny abuse they witnessed with their own eyes, just to keep the peace. And you know what that peace cost? Me, my safety, my sanity, my truth. I've buried stories I should have screamed from rooftops, just to avoid the shame, the judgment, the side eye from people too scared to look at their own reflection. And in all that silence, something inside me started dying. Not just my voice, my belief that anyone could handle the truth I carried. I've been blamed for things I didn't do, gaslit for things I saw clear as day, emotionally dumped on like I was some spiritual landfill for other people's mess. And I started to think, maybe it was me. Maybe I was too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too broken. But nah, turns out I was just awake. In a world that claps for illusion and crucifies the ones who see too clearly, I was still seeing. And here's the thing. My pain, it's not a weakness. It's the proof that I refused to go numb, that I refused to play pretend, that I wouldn't let the lies win. And if you're listening to this, feeling that same ache, that same exile, you need to hear this. You are not broken. You are brave. You're the one who sees. And I'm right here with you. All right, let's get down to business. Because when you're surrounded by denial, gaslighting, or spiritual bypassing, you need something solid, something that brings you back home to yourself. These are tools I've used and still use, not because they're trendy, but because they work. 1. Grab a pen. Own your truth in ink. Write down what really happened. Not how they tell it, not how they minimize it. What actually went down. What you felt. What it did to you. Why it still lingers. Journaling is your time capsule. When they try to rewrite the story, you've got receipts, no edits, no filters, just raw truth. 2. Listen to your body. It's not lying. When someone walks in the room and your stomach drops, that's a message. When your jaw tightens during a harmless comment, that's a red flag. Your body remembers what your mind has tried to forget. Start paying attention, because your body's been screaming the truth long before your mouth could speak it. Number 3. Say it out loud, to yourself, to the mirror. This is what I saw. This is what I felt. I trust myself. Speak it till your nervous system calms down. Speak it till it feels safe to believe you again. 4. Anchor phrases are your survival spells. Pick a few that hit you deep, truths you can whisper when the gaslighting starts. Make them yours. Say them often. 5. Set boundaries like your sanity depends on it, because it does. Limit your time around the illusion crafters, even if they're family, even if they mean well. Your peace is not a group project. And most of all, remember this. You're not overreacting. You're not too sensitive. You're not broken. You're just awake. And in a world built to keep people numb, being awake is an act of rebellion. So take these tools, use them, and know this: you've got this. You always did. Let's take a moment to ground this in real life, because this isn't just theory, this is lived experience. One listener, we'll call her Sarah, shared something that hit different. She met someone at work and instantly wrote them off, thought they were lazy, unmotivated, unimpressive, not because of anything they did, just the way they looked, the vibe, the quietness. But over time, she started paying attention, really paying attention, and what she saw floored her. This person was driven, brilliant, and caring more than anyone knew. They weren't unmotivated, they were surviving. They weren't lazy, they were exhausted from battles no one bothered to ask about. That one realization cracked Sarah open, because it made her look at how easily we assign meaning to things we don't understand. False perceptions don't just happen to us, they can come from us too. And that's the hard truth. Sometimes, healing also means confronting the ways we've misjudged, misread, and mislabeled others. So whether you've been misread or you've misread someone else, there's always room for truth to rise. And if you've got a story that speaks to this, keep it coming, because your experiences, they help remind someone else that they're not crazy, they're just waking up. Let's talk about how to stay loyal to your own vision in a world that's constantly trying to blur it. 1. Trust your gut, always. That uneasy feeling in your stomach, it's not random, it's not you being dramatic. It's your built-in alarm system, and it's been trying to protect you your whole life. Stop second-guessing it to make others comfortable. 2. Keep a record. Paper doesn't gaslight. Write it down. Every time something happens that doesn't sit right, document it. Date. Time, what was said, how it made you feel. This isn't about obsessing, it's about protecting your truth when others try to twist it. 3. Create your own truth ritual. Silence the noise. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what did I actually see? What did I feel? What do I know is true? Say it, write it, don't water it down, don't spiritualize it away. Just be honest. 4. Audit your circle. Who you surround yourself with matters. You need people who aren't afraid to sit in discomfort. People who face truth, not run from it. Because if they keep you doubting your reality, they don't deserve access to it. 5. Drop the guilt completely. You are not responsible for preserving other people's delusions. You're not here to be the emotional custodian of their denial. Your job is to protect your clarity, not cater to their comfort. 6. Visualize your truth. Picture it like a vibrant thread inside your chest, bright, pulsing, alive. And every time someone tries to unravel it, grip it tighter. Wrap it around your spine. Let it ground you when everything else feels like fog. Because here's the realest tip I can give you. You are not here to blend in. You're here to break the spell. Stay loyal to what you see, even if it shakes the room, especially if it shakes the room. Let's talk about how to stay loyal to your own vision in a world that's constantly trying to blur it. 1. Trust your gut, always. That uneasy feeling in your stomach, it's not random. It's not you being dramatic. It's your built-in alarm system, and it's been trying to protect you your whole life. Stop second-guessing it to make others comfortable. 2. Keep a record. Paper doesn't gaslight. Write it down. Every time something happens that doesn't sit right, document it. Date. Time, what was said, how it made you feel. This isn't about obsessing, it's about protecting your truth when others try to twist it. 3. Create your own truth ritual. Silence the noise, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what did I actually see? What did I feel? What do I know is true? Say it, write it, don't water it down, don't spiritualize it away, just be honest. 4. Audit your circle. Who you surround yourself with matters. You need people who aren't afraid to sit in discomfort. People who face truth, not run from it, because if they keep you doubting your reality, they don't deserve access to it. 5. Drop the guilt completely. You are not responsible for preserving other people's delusions. You're not here to be the emotional custodian of their denial. Your job is to protect your clarity, not cater to their comfort. 6. Visualize your truth. Picture it like a vibrant thread inside your chest, bright, pulsing, alive. And every time someone tries to unravel it, grip it tighter. Wrap it around your spine. Let it ground you when everything else feels like fog. Because here's the realest tip I can give you. You are not here to blend in. You're here to break the spell. Stay loyal to what you see, even if it shakes the room. Especially if it shakes the room. Final truth drop. You didn't find this by accident. You're here because something inside you knows it's time to stop playing small, stop watering down your truth, and stop pretending things are okay when they're not. That ache you feel, that spark in your gut, that's your power waking up. So if you're tired of fake peace, if you're done swallowing your truth just to keep others comfortable, then this is your space. Hit that subscribe, drop your email. Get tools that actually serve your soul, not your silence. Updates that cut through the noise and speak to you. No more waiting for permission. No more blending in. This is the part where you rise. This is the part where you remember who the hell you are. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay true, stay sharp, and don't you dare dim that light.